All right, Dodgers lose game three. San Diego wins 6-5, and they now lead the series 2-1. The Dodgers are one loss away from being eliminated in the National League Division Series for the third straight season. Um, I don't know what you want me to say. My spirit is not completely broken, but it's pretty damn close. I really don't even know where to begin. It's just, you mean to tell me that after Teoscar Hernandez hit a grand slam in the bottom of the second inning, or on the top of the third inning, I should say, you mean to tell me that after Teoscar hit a grand slam to put you back in the ball game, you mean to tell me you couldn't get a base hit until Freddie Freeman on one fucking leg in the eighth inning? You can't be serious. Dodgers had so many chances to win this ball game tonight. It's that's been Dodger postseason baseball for the last couple of years now. Nothing, they string nothing together on offense, and just you guys up there just look completely lifeless at the plate. You knew after Tanner Scott was able to get Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, give up a base hit to Freddie Freeman. You know, once that top of the order didn't do anything, you knew Muncy, Smith, and Lux weren't doing anything in the top of the ninth inning. I'm sorry. Um, Defense hurt us again tonight. Walker Bueller had a good first inning, and it looked like, hey, you know what? Maybe Bueller's going to give us a big start here. Well, he did until his defense completely fucked him in the second inning. Um, I don't know what Rojas was thinking on that play. Dude, you have Lux ready to stepping on the bag, ready to fire first base for a double play. I don't know why you thought it was okay to take it yourself. You were like 5 or 7 steps away. You didn't even get an out on that. And of course, David Peralta, who couldn't do that with the Dodgers last year in the postseason, couldn't do that. Had a big home run in Game Two. That was a backbreaker for Flaherty, and had a big two-run double to make it 3-0. Um, it would be a lot different if the Dodgers had just got blown out in this game, like it looked like it was going to be in this after 2 innings. It was 6-1, and it just looked like, you know what, that's it. We'll see you for Game 4 tomorrow. But then they responded, and then they couldn't get anything after that. I mentioned it during my keys to the series a couple nights ago. You have to keep San Diego from putting up a crooked number on you. And that's exactly what killed them tonight. Now, I'm not going to blame Walker Bueller for that. Defense completely screwed him tonight on that one. Mostly Miguel Rojas should be apologizing to Walker Bueller right now. Because had you taken that double play yourself, you only give up a one run. It's a tie ball game, and who knows what happens after that? Who knows? Maybe Walker Bueller gets lit up in another inning, or they continue to score runs. But I'm sorry, but the defense was completely let Walker Bueller down tonight. It was nice to see Mookie Betts get off to a good start, hit a home run. Looked like Profar got him again, but the thing that's going to be so frustrating is that this was number one. This was a game you should have gotten, just because you were able to keep. The Padres didn't score another run after that inning. They didn't. It was similar to Game 1, where they could not score after like the third inning, and it happened again today. The only problem was the offense was not able to get two just 2 runs across. This was the game to get because the Dodgers are throwing out a bullpen game, which, I mean, to be honest with you, now that I think about it, it's maybe might not be a bad thing just because you haven't really gotten anything out of your starting pitching this series. Yamamoto spit the bit. Flaherty was okay, wasn't great. And then Walker Bueller, the only reason why I say he pitched okay, number one, he actually got you into the fifth inning, which the other two guys, well, Flaherty did, I guess. But the point is that sixth spot that's going to show up on his stat sheet tonight shouldn't have been that. Should not have been that. But I don't know what else to say. Offense completely goes lifeless after Teoscar Hernandez's grand slam to pull him within one. He's like the only guy that is not him and Otani. But I know Otani struck out, against Tanner Scott in the eighth inning, but Teoscar is like the only guy here that really wants it. He's been chirping back and forth with Machado and some of those Padre players all series, and he hit a big grand slam today. Whatever Teoscar wants, I hope the Dodgers give it to him because he's earned it. He had a big regular season, and so far he's performed in this series. Outside of that, hasn't really been too much else to be excited about. Um, Again, I don't know what to say. Like I mentioned from the top, my spirit isn't broken, but it's pretty damn close. And if the Padres have a big inning tomorrow like they did tonight, I don't see the Dodgers coming back from that. I'm sorry, I just don't. Um, thing that's gonna bother me up until 6:08 tomorrow is that, like I said, this was a winnable game. Padres did not score anything after their big 6-run second inning. That's it. They didn't do anything else after that. And the Dodgers had the momentum after that grand slam, and they could not generate anything off of that. I don't even think somebody reached first base until that Freddie Freeman single. Say what you want, Freddie Freeman has dealt with a lot of shit this year, and he, for his standards, kind of had a down year. But he's had some guts, man. I know it hasn't really shown up offensively, with home runs and RBIs and stuff like that this series, but he's gotten hits, man, on one ankle too. So I give him credit, but I really don't know what else to say. Padres are going to throw out Dylan Cease tomorrow, which surprisingly the last two times the Dodgers got to him and they won both of those games. So if there's anything that you want to hold your hat with is that number one, Dodgers are going to do a full-on bullpen game, which there's going to be some guys, probably Ben Cabaras. He's probably maybe even a Landon Knack, something like that, and go 1 or 2 innings. But yeah, after that, it's going to be a full-on bullpen game. So maybe, because this bullpen has been really good. That's the other thing that's been so frustrating these last couple of years is that it hasn't been the bullpen's fault. The bullpen has held it down. And there were so many question marks throughout this season about some of these bullpen pieces. How are they going to play in October? Do we really want him at a big spot? So far, they've answered the bell. They kept the Padres scoreless in Game 1, and they did it again tonight in Game 3. Offense just completely went dead after the Teoscar home run, which I don't know, doesn't make sense. We've said this throughout the year, and I guess we'll say it again. Where would this Dodger team be without Teoscar Hernandez? And I asked myself again that tonight. What if it wasn't him that was in that spot? Who knows? But I mean, if you're the Dodgers, nothing else matters. You either win tomorrow, or your season's over. Simple as that. I really don't know how to feel about tomorrow. I can see both worlds. I can see in a world where the Dodgers miraculously pull out a win tomorrow and force a Game 5 back at home. But then I also see where offense completely gets shut down by Cease and the Dodgers are going home again. I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody does, but this was a winnable game. It really was, and that's the thing that's going to bother me about tonight. Is that yeah, Bueller gave up those 6 runs, but again, wasn't all his fault, and he actually pitched well. And I give Bueller a lot of credit tonight because, you know, he hadn't had a good season, and he's still trying to recover from 2 Tommy John surgeries, but he's not afraid of the moment, man. He's not afraid. He wants the ball. And I feel so sorry for him because his defense completely let him down in that second inning. And that was eventually the reason why you lost this game tonight. It is now because, like I said, Walker Buehler settled down, was able to give you 3 more innings, and the bullpen completely shut him down. But the offense couldn't get anything to win this game. Nothing else really matters tomorrow. You just got to win a ball game or else your season's over. You know? I'm kind of at a loss of words right now. It's happening again. It's happening again. We have so much high hopes for the season. We have a good regular season. They win the division again. Beat the San Diego Padres 2 out of 3 to win that division. And now they're 1 loss away from falling short once again in the postseason. It's getting old. It really is. If they can't figure out a way to get 2 more wins this series, some big changes really have to be made here. I said that last year and I said that 2 years ago. I can't believe I might have to say that again tomorrow or later this week. One pitch at a time tomorrow, I guess. The bright spot is the bullpen's actually been pretty good. Not pretty good. They've been absolutely lights out. At least you're high leverage guys. I know the bullpen kind of scuffled it at the end in game 2, but again, you're not using Michael Grove in a high leverage situation. I know Anthony Bonda gave up a run, but again, you're not using some of those guys in high leverage situations. So I don't know. Let's see what kind of guts this team has. I saw it in game 1, and that's about it. I only saw it from one person tonight, Teoscar. I saw Tani get a hit. I saw Mookie have a nice bounce back game, but fortunately, it doesn't mean anything because you lost. Got to figure out how to get a win tomorrow. And to be honest with you, I don't like the chances. They're on the road. Dodgers are scuffling right now. They're going to throw out a bullpen game. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. Just another bad night. Frustrating night. I'm going to keep saying this if they lose this series. Tonight was a winnable game. It was, even with as bad as his defense was in that second inning. Just embarrassing. Figure out a way to get a win tomorrow. I don't know how, but figure it out. Talk to you again tomorrow night. Adios.